Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with the Timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Two of Cups. And Six of Cups. All right, there is going to be a deep sense of familiarity that's going to be felt. You can be connecting or reconnecting with someone. For some of you, this is going to be family. It doesn't have to be. For some of you, this can be like you're connecting with someone and it can feel like old times, or there can just be something that feels strangely but also comfortingly familiar. You're going to be connecting and it's going to feel like something that you felt before, where it can be like a home type of feeling that you'll experience. For most of you, this is probably going to be happening with another being. So it can be like another person that you're connecting with. It can be a tree that you're connecting with. It can be an animal that you're connecting with. Lots of different ways that this can be. For the majority of you, it's probably another person, just because I feel like that's the more popular way that this can be experienced, but it's not limited to that by any means. There can be a feeling of an understanding of roots. Maybe that's what you're seeking. Maybe that's what you're feeling drawn towards. You cannot be feeling another situation and be wanting this instead, or feel like your energy is sort of attracted this way. I want to clarify one of the cards though. Let's clarify with this. I'm seeing Four of Cups come up, so maybe somebody wants to reconnect with you and you're not in that space. This would be somebody that you know, like you know this person if that's the case. Why the Four of Cups? Maybe that's why we're here, to figure out how you're feeling, what you're feeling. Having Judgment come out, clarifying Four of Cups, is being in a space where you're feeling something and you want to dissect what it is that you're feeling. Like, what's going on? Why am I feeling like this? But I still can't tell, and maybe that's going to be the variable. For some of you, you could be feeling like that in a situation with somebody that you're close with, and you're like, right now I'm not feeling it. But for others of you, you may be in another situation and be like longing for this, which is something that you could feel like you're lacking. And then it feels like the third option here could be like potentially you connecting with someone. Two of Cups and Three of Cups is generally seen as something that we enjoy the feeling of, but having Four of Cups here can be telling like another side of the story, where it's like, for some reason I'm not feeling like that right now. And it looks like we're figuring out why exactly that is. I'm seeing something that's connecting with the future here. I see Four of Cups as being a transient energy, like not something that's set in stone. Okay. You're working out what feels right for you internally. You can feel like something's like being worked out, or something's not feeling right. It feels like connecting with yourself in the heart space and feeling like there's a splinter or something there that needs to be removed is what this is feeling like. This can also feel like you're being pulled in different directions, like this makes me happy, but this makes me happy, and I feel like those things are sort of conflicting with one another. So there can be like different things that are going on here. This also feels like I'm experiencing different things all around. So you could be like, I want to do this or be here energetically, or I feel moved in this direction or inspired to be over here. And maybe you can't do all of those things simultaneously. And that can be something that's popping up where you're like, what is the thing that's going to like prevail in this situation? Out of all of these different ways that I could go and things that I could choose to allow myself to be inspired by, like, what are my next steps actually going to be? It looks like a relationship is going to prevail because I am seeing... All right, we have the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands and Two of Cups can be somebody that you feel is appealing, but you could also be the one that's coming out as the Queen of Wands here. You can feel like you guys are mutually attracted to one another. Lots of different ways that attraction can be. This feels like actually your history within this connection is going to be the thing that allows you to persevere through this. I'm definitely seeing a person now come out here, be connected. This is like a situation and also a person that you would feel very drawn towards. But you're also going to need to show up in a way where you're being true to yourself, trusting yourself. Authenticity is going to be important. Whenever you have fire coming out, like truth and authenticity and genuine self-expression is always going to be very important. Because when you're not doing that, it's stuff that can deplete you energetically, because fire is going to be fueled by passion, by things that matter, the stuff that you care about, magnetism, expression, joy, those types of things. Joy isn't the only thing. There are different emotions that are connected with the fire. I'm seeing Leo pop out here. Speaking of, Leo's the only sign that we're seeing here so far. Feels like this is about overcoming something that you're temporarily feeling right now. Okay, Four of Cups can also be feeling withdrawn. That word specifically is coming through, and I remember another reading maybe a month or so ago where that word specifically was coming through. I don't know if it was the same deck or not, but withdrawn was the word that was coming through with the Four of Cups specifically, I remember. All right, Four of Cups and Strength is you're feeling something right now and it's not going to be how you stay feeling, but working with that part of yourself that may be having a hard time being present or maybe having a hard time participating right now. So it can be a part of you that's like I don't feel like I have the energy for this, or I'm not feeling super inspired to participate, or I'm feeling kind of like not motivated at all. There can be an apathetic type of feeling that you're experiencing. That's not to say that on a normal day this is how you're feeling, but you can just be feeling that right now. And what are you going to do with that then? Okay. Two of Cups and Ace of Swords feels like seeing the connection clearly. You may also feel like this is showing you that you could need some time for yourself. Maybe you need some self-care. This Four of Cups would feel out of character for you, but it's something that may happen when you need some time to yourself, or you feel like you need to recharge in some way. Seeing somebody that you feel very drawn towards. Feels like taking a practical approach is going to be most helpful here. That means, because I'm looking at Page of Pentacles here, it means just one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. You don't need to move quickly. This is just addressing like what's immediately in front of you, and that eventually this is going to work itself out. Stuff about the past, you and this person, your relationship, things coming up. I am seeing it looks very much like things are going to work out with you and this person from everything that I'm seeing. Two of Cups and Ace of Swords can also be like, I'm understanding this relationship for what it is, and having it be a Two of Cups, it would be something very special and very significant. So this is something that you would look at and be like, this holds deep meaning for both of us, because Two of Cups is going to be a mutual thing. So it's like you would look at that person and they would look at you, and both understand like the gravity, the weight of your relationship, and also feel mutual about it. Mutuality is going to be really important here too, that this is something that's reciprocated between the two of you. Again, this is not a new person or anything like that. This is somebody that you know you have history with this person. You're going to overcome. There's slight conflict right now. Some of you, it may feel more severe than that, but what I'm seeing is that this feels like something that it's about working it out. You may also be understanding too, like why you're experiencing the conflict as well right now. Do what makes you happy. That's what's being encouraged right now. And it's saying that that's actually what's going to be helpful to the relationship. So this can be like me as an individual doing what's fulfilling and makes me happy is also then going to have the best impact possible on the relationship. Because maybe there was something that you were figuring out and being like, what's best for the relationship, thinking about it from that standpoint, but bringing it back to an individual space of what's best for you. And like specifically like what's most fulfilling for you, or what you would be happiest doing, bringing it to that space as an individual, again, is going to have the best effect on your relationship. And you have to stay true to yourself. I'm seeing that be important here. Is there a decision or something that's being made eventually? Maybe now? Something that there would be like a feeling of conflict about, but I'm seeing it specifically be connected with like what you're going to be putting your energy into, or a path that you're going to be walking down, or what you're going to be pursuing, like that type of thing, and getting help working that out to figure out where to go. And you know what makes you happy, and you do the thing that makes you happy. Meaning like your pursuit of happiness. When I say happy, I mean this in a way of like, what would you feel most at peace doing within your heart for yourself personally? And then that thing that you're doing that's best for you personally is also going to be best for the relationship. Because I'm seeing there be a split here. Because there can be a part of you that just like wants to run towards your relationship with this person and try to make a choice, but it feels like this is an individual choice. That's not a relationship choice, but will impact the relationship, and you need to do what's best for you, and then that's going to be what's best for the relationship, is actually what I'm seeing. Which feels like this is something that you're learning how to do from like a more practical standpoint. Maybe this is something where it can be easier to, like some of you feel like it may be easier to trust your partner sometimes, or whoever this is, than trust yourself necessarily. And this feels like finding that part within you that actually like knows what's best for you, or knows what's right for you. Because you know, like you're the only person that's gonna, no matter how well a partner knows you, you are always going to know best and most, and like most clearly too, like what is aligned with your pursuit of happiness, or like what is the right choice for you to make, even though your partner can also know those things too. But like for yourself, like each of you are going to know for yourselves. That doesn't mean that you can't also know for each other, but like I think this is about emphasizing you checking in with yourself, and you doing this like as an individual, while also taking into consideration your relationship. But I'm seeing things are going to be fine with the relationship. It feels like your history would also be like a foreshadowing of that, like in a positive type of way. Like that you knew that this was something that would prevail. There can be a part of you that's like not feeling your best right now, or feeling kind of uninspired to sort of do this alone, because you can feel like you don't really know what you're doing, or you're just like learning how to do this. But I'm seeing you be encouraged to take on as much as you can independently, just as much as you can independently. But then when you get to a point where you're like, I can't really do the rest of this, then you can phone a friend. But the thing is too, that I'm seeing this be something that like you already know what this is within your heart. Like you mentally and also in the heart space, I'm seeing you know what to do and you know where to go. But I think I don't know like why exactly the conflict was. I feel like it was something that maybe you could have been like, it's because of the relationship, but you're just being encouraged to figure this out yourself. That doesn't mean don't consider the other person. It means like you know what's best for you. And again, that's going to be also what's best for the relationship, because you're being honest and true to yourself about your path. And that your relationship will also be congruent with that. This is not something that will conflict with your relationship if your relationship is in alignment with your path. You know, like you always have to do what the thing is for you, and then like everything else will fall into place because of that. It seems too like when you have the time to yourself to check in, this is also something that you're aware of, but because of being in the midst of all of this stuff, it could have been something that you like temporarily forgot. That's what this is feeling like. Strong Leo here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.